right, round 2 of the Row West Expedition team. Post 24-hour overnight, 2 hours on, 2 hours off. And we got just a taste of what the expedition schedule is going to feel like, the routine. And, initially I was like, we don't need to do that. We can just go make it happen. But all three of you were like, no, we need to do that at least one time. Mm-hmm. And since we're a democracy on this team, said, okay, thank God we did that. Yeah. I don't know if there was anything that was like just absolutely earth shattering, but there was tons of little lessons that I think better to get out of the way now. The two things I want to open up with is last podcast, we had not used the rudder yet. And I caught some flack for that. Rudder has been used, and the boat now glides around like an ice skate in the correct conditions. When the water's choppy, it still has a little bit of just doing what water does to boats. But the other thing is what we just did for the last 24 hours. I would say it's like, Johnny, what's going on over there already, dude?
I'm a fucking mess, dude. My bad.
Wow. We're 1 minute in.
I should have taken a nap like all my old responsible individuals. That
one day of what we're going to be doing for 60 days, my brain still can't quite comprehend that. I think that it's almost unconscionable to think, just go do what you did yesterday for 2 months straight. And there is no way to understand it until we go do it, man.
I'm not an ultra marathoner, but that feels like an ultra marathon on steroids.
Straight up, man.
It is.
And by the end of it, I know everyone was like, me and Johnny were partners the whole time, so we talked a lot about like what we were feeling. And it's like not a high level of fatigue, but just some tightness here and some aches there. And I felt it in my knees more than anything, but not this. You know how like running just beats the shit out of your knees. It's not like they were getting injured. It's just.
There's like tension on it.
Yeah, just
or
flexing
pressure
like,
almost.
Yeah, pressure. That's a good way to put it. Mm-hmm. Just going through that motion over and over and over and over. So yeah, but we froze our fucking dicks off. It was like 34, I think, last night. And, well, you guys got so I have 3 sleeping bags. I don't know if I told you guys this. I have one that's rated at 0.
We got that one,
which is what you guys got.
It was great.
And then my other
still cold though. Actually.
And then my other 2 sleeping bags is a 40-degree sleeping bag, and then a -20 mountaineering sleeping bag. And I looked at the -21 and I was like, this is a little overkill.
Yeah, why be comfortable? Why enjoy this?
After my first break, I was like, why didn't I bring my fucking -20? And it's weird because when you lay on the ground, any ground, you lay on the woods, you lay anywhere, like you can feel
sucks it out of you.
Yeah, it pulls the heat out of you. And it was the ocean was certainly doing that to us.
Yeah, the bays that we sleep in are like basically little refrigerators is what I keep explaining. Because, the water is 40 degrees roughly.
Yeah,
it's
something
34, 33 degrees outside without the wind chill. And then you're just surrounded in this, what is that shit? No thicker than a 1/4 inch of material keeping you separated from pretty much ice blocks.
Yeah, carbon fiber and fiberglass.
Yeah,
it's a tiny little layer.
Yeah, and so you get a feel for how thin that space really is when someone takes a leak outside while you're trying to go to bed and it sounds like they're pissing right next to your head, It's like, we're just out here, dude.
And I don't know if it was one of you guys or not, but I was talking about it earlier today. I said, we're going to be cold. And then we'll probably have like a week where we're like, this feels good. Mm-hmm. I'm comfortable. And then we're going to be sweating our balls off after that.
Very hot. Those are going to be really miserable when it's really hot. Almost worse than when it's really cold, I would imagine.
It's just very
There's
different.
No hiding.
I have always enjoyed being too hot over too cold. A lot of guys are the opposite of that. Like I would rather work out. Like when I was a ranger, I loved like working out super hard in the summer. Mm-hmm. And then other people, it's too fucking hot out. But the guys that like running in the winter like that, like, dude.
I find that when I get cold, it takes me a long time to heat back up.
Mm-hmm.
So once I get cold, it just sticks to my bones. So, and of course, living in Maui, it's like anything below 70 degrees is cold for me. So,
well, yeah. How often are you actually cold in Hawaii? Like literally never, right?
I get pretty cold. I mean, but I start moving around. We don't have heat in our house, right? So
Okay.
if it gets down to, it's gotten down to 40 degrees in our house, but we don't have a heater. So, and it's really humid, so it sticks to you. But I mean, like I said, not really cold, quote unquote, but in the 60s, I start getting cold. I bring out my jacket, my beanie, and
Well, bro, I keep our house. Me and Jenny are always in a fight. Not a fight, but just like every time I walk by the thermostat, I'll put it up to like 75, and then she'll put it down to like 67. Stop putting it back up. I said, I'm 45 years old. I like living in a warm house. Well, it costs more. It's this, it's that. It's like, all right. So now it's just like, now it's just war, basically. Oh, 67? Joshua, you had a lot of takeaways, and you're very intentional about things like that. You were even taking notes and writing new lists and stuff. What was kind of your expectations for the weekend versus what you got out of it?
I had a feeling it was going to be. Excuse me. Sorry, gang. I had a feeling it was going to be challenging, but it challenged me in different ways. I thought, the first day we're going to get through and sail through it, and it'll be hard, but it won't be crazy hard. I think the cold was a different experience for me because once I got cold, that's when I started cramping. And then on that same note, one of the lessons that I took away was that when I'm really cold, I don't feel like drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was thirsty, but I just didn't feel like drinking water.
Which cold very commonly dehydrates people for that reason. Like when you're hot, obviously water just sounds like thirst quenching. But when you're freezing, no one wants to drink cold water when you're already cold.
Yeah.
That's a common thing, obviously, coming from Wisconsin, much more inclement weather when it comes to weather like that. But on job sites and shit, they'll bring in water and force hydration sometimes just for those reasons. Because you go an 8-hour day with like, then I'm fucking shivering. I don't want to drink cold water right now.
So when he was talking about being cold in Hawaii, you were just thinking like, please.
Pussy. Who's this guy that we
But I'm like you. I
invited?
mean, being a firefighter for so many years, like I used to train inside a building that was on fire all the time, and you just get comfortable wearing your turnout gear. And I would rather be warm than cold.
I would say the
100%.
same. I would rather be warm. And like you said, you can't hide from it, but I would rather deal with it. I can like deal with like just shading myself versus trying to find layers to like cover myself.
Mine is dependent situationally. If it's during the day, it sucks because I want to fucking hide from it. But at night, I will really struggle to sleep if I'm starting to sweat and it's hot in that cab. No matter how tired I get, it's like, dude, I'm just cooking in here.
Oh, see
and
it-
I will get like miserable. And so I'm fully anticipating all of that, but it's gonna get hot as fuck in there.
Well, one
and
of my
you
life-
can't like fans, right? So we'll have
Yep.
a little bit of air movement, but even last night when it's freezing cold, it still gets stuffy in those little spaces.
Bro,
God forbid you fart once
we
or
had a
twice.
full fucking layer of condensation in our cabin.
Same.
Oh yeah, it was
And
dripping water.
it made Joshua's net pop off.
Yeah, he lost one of his too, and I lost one of mine.
I wonder if we should glue those.
Yeah, either adhesive or something else that's meant for whatever the fuck that's called. I forget right now.
Fiberglass.
Fiberglass. Yeah.
I also think, because remember we were reading about, I don't know if it was the little stickers or that, but it's like, takes 7 days or whatever to cure.
Oh yeah,
And
it's that adhesive stuff.
it's probably-
50% in like 4 hours and
and
7
then
to
7
10
days for the
or
rest
something.
of it. Yeah. It's probably not the best conditions for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, me and Will have a month here, or 40 days. So like, we'll go through all that shit and try and square it away as much as we can.
Yeah, we gotta get like the ores secured and test all that out.
Mm-hmm.
And still a good amount to do, really. It's not as much as there was, but there's still a decent amount of shit
There's
to do.
light
It
at the
seems
end of the
like.
tunnel. Everything that's left to do feels outside of like, obviously I just got word that our second desalinator shipped today. We have to get our life raft. There's a couple more things that are absolutely pertinent that are mission critical. And then after that, it's mostly like creature comforts, organization.
Cutting board.
Because I know your guys' camp is probably just going to look like a dump in there, but me and Joshua's is going to be like dress right dress, all squared away, all pretty. Everything
100%.
Everything has its place.
We're just
Like-
gonna have Islander flags draped on ours, and that's it.
yeah. So we were saying, because we have 2 brown guys and 2 white guys, we actually went, what do you call it? The Rosa Parks cabin?
Yes, sir.
And I said, actually, it's the opposite of that because you guys are in the front.
Yeah, we're elevated.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger room.
Look at me.
That's
I'm the captain now.
that's right. Yeah. Forget what is it? Forget what you're rowing away from and what you're welcoming in.
Yes, sir.
And didn't it said that on the wall yesterday in Seattle? Something like that.
Oh, it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. That was also one of the funnest parts of this whole trip for me.
I love
Is
it.
us going on our shopping spree. Because, like, a lot of the equipment that we're getting for the boat is simply things that the boat needs. So the team doesn't have to be together for the majority of it. But everybody's personal clothing, shoes, hats, gloves, it's like, and I thought initially, like, remember we made that list and we talked about some things online and it's like, all right, this is the list. What do you think? And then just literally go like 4 of each and buy. That was a way better way of doing it, where everybody got to just choose what they like to choose. And I felt like a fucking like kid in a toy store, dude. And we spent a bunch of money at Fisheries in Seattle, getting like a lot of high quality wet weather gear and warm gear.
Shout out Fisheries.
Fisheries.
Sweet experience.
Leroy. That was him, right?
Leroy was awesome.
He's pumped.
Fucking dude was as excited as we are.
Oh yeah.
I haven't said it. I'm about ready to put you in as an alternate.
And that's not even his department. He worked in the back.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. And then we went to Black Diamond and got a bunch of great things from them as well. And they gave us a huge discount to support the expedition. And that's what I was going to say. Every single person that we talk to brings good energy, curiosity. Because, dude, curiosity is a great emotion to hold as a human being. And everybody we see is like, oh, what are you doing? Then as soon as we tell them, they have to know more.
Yeah.
And that's actually been a cool part of the journey. Until we were at Walmart today and I was getting tired. I was like, I got to go. And me and Johnny come out and some old guy was talking to Will. And I was like, all right, I just put on the smile.
Well, he goes, it's time to quit talking to people. It's time to get home. And I was like, I agree. And we're like, fucking wrap it up, Will. And as soon as we got over there, the guy walked away. We're like, perfect.
And then
timing.
he said, enjoy your journey, sir. And I was like, oh, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
You
Should
know?
have talked to you, my bad.
But no, it's cool, man. I mean, and I'm not one of those people that like just randomly walks up to a boat that piques my interest and starts talking to them. Maybe in certain circumstances, but it's actually been cool for me to see. I mean, we've probably had 40 people come up to us at this point over the course of the last month that we've had it. And it's cool seeing just genuine curiosity, especially on Lake Stevens. We've heard it from probably 6 or 7 different people. I've been on this lake 32 years. I've never seen anything like this. And some of the people are watching from their houses. And then they're like, I got to meet these guys at the boat launch and figure out what's up with it.
Yeah, drive over and check it out.
Yeah, it's been cool.
I think it's also something, 2 things I'd like to do. One for me, but also for just to give a shout out, our sponsors, because I actually don't even know all of them, which would be cool to go over. And 2, those sponsors associated to like the places that we've eaten and shit, because that's super cool for me. Seeing that people even outside of like expedition houses, right? The fishery that we went to, Black Diamond, working with all these other companies that do explorative missions and explorations and fun stuff like that. But then you go to, is it the Korea House?
Yeah, Korea House.
The Korea House, and this
So
dude wants to
good.
know everything about it. He
Korea
loves
House,
what we're doing.
Marysville. Is it
One of the best places I've ever eaten.
Bro, it's so
Incredible
good.
So
experience.
good food, good vibes.
Awesome. And
he-
so like that for me is really cool to see. I said it probably 100 times during this trip where I'm like, that's been my favorite piece is watching people. And it's not for a greed, right? It's not like, oh, I get a fucking, some knives or something. It's like, that's so cool that they just want to support out of just, like you said, curiosity,
Well, bro,
wanting to be a part of something bigger than what's going on here.
And
It's awesome.
A lot of companies, obviously, initially, I was looking for a financial backer because expeditions are expensive as fuck. But I also didn't want someone to just shell out a bunch of money. I shouldn't say I didn't want them to. If that would have worked, then that would have worked, right? But to receive a bunch of money and then feel like there wasn't any type of like reciprocating of value, there's probably a part of me that would have felt weird. So how, I mean, how we ended up doing it with Prosperity Portfolio, it was basically like a, what's the word I'm looking for? When someone makes a sale, they get a portion of it.
Commission.
Commission. It's basically like a commission to me and Jenny. It was like, however many courses that you guys sell, I'll donate this much money. And then we ended up selling a fuckload. So thank you to you guys, because a handful of the people are listeners that helped us secure that money. But the cool thing about that, how it worked out, is Jeremy got a bunch of value out of it, and then we got value as well. And then Vortex threw some cash in as well. But what they did for the majority of their donation is they sent gear out. And so, like, we're helping gain funds for the expedition, but also sharing their gear to people. And it's like, that was a cool way of doing it too. And then most of the companies, especially the smaller ones, they're not in a position to fund an expedition, but they are in a position to trade exposure for equipment. And those have kind of been my favorite lately, because it's like, hey, you're interested in being a part of this? And a lot of people are eager. At Montana Knife Company, I literally, his name's Andrew Oliver. He's, I forget his position with the company, but he's pretty high up. And I was talking to him about it. And I just said, I think we need like a fillet knife and then probably a personal knife for each rower, if you guys wanted to be the knife sponsor for the trip. And a box showed up with 16 knives, a bunch of apparel, which is some of my favorite apparel, like the bamboo hoodie that I wore today. I'm going to wear that thing the rest of my life.
There we all got one on.
What's that one? I saw
This is like a quarter zip.
But what's it feel like? Is it like
It's a little more like polyester feeling, but it's
Okay.
kind of close, I think. Is this yours?
And then
It's the same as that, I think.
I just saw a video of Josh Smith. Do you guys follow him?
Yeah.
The founder of Montana Knife Company?
Yeah.
He just said in a video I was watching, it said, we want to make our own apparel line, because when we're out hunting and doing the thing, we want to make sure that our apparel meets the same standards as our knives. So we're going to start making apparel too. And it's no bullshit. Lots of companies make apparel because it's like, put your logo on a t-shirt and now you get extra exposure. But their shit is legit, dude.
Everything from the way that they package their knives, the way that they wrap it, they put in handwritten notes of like who quality inspected the knife, who sharpened it. I'm so impressed with that company.
Same, man.
I've always wanted to get one of their knives, but they always sell out before right away.
And now you have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, okay, I mean, I really appreciate that they sent the team 16 knives, but I say we bring both the deboning, both the filleting, and then I might bring one or two personals. And then
I'm
just
to bring one personal.
Yeah.
Those, I just remembered right when we sat down and started rowing, because we started to push off.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we started, you were wearing the hoodie version of the t-shirt or whatever. And you were like, oh, that's it. This will be the fucking t-shirt that I wear the entire mission.
Bro, I honestly
So it's
think
that nice.
I think it's going to be that one for when we're north, because it's warm, but it's still breathable and comfortable. Then that black diamond one, that like the white hoodie. Did you guys get one of those?
Yeah.
That thing's legit too. And then once we get to probably somewhere off of California, it's probably just gonna be Ranger panties the rest of the time.
Well, that's what I was going to say earlier when you were talking about being hot. One of my life goals is to wear board shorts every day of my life. And so if I could just wear board shorts on that section of the journey, I'm going to be a happy person.
Well, we don't have a swim trunk sponsor, but we got some other cool shorts. The Mai, right? Or something like that.
They are swim trunks, aren't they?
They are.
Oh, shit. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Nice surprise.
And that's official, or is that still in the
That's
works?
official.
All right, shout them out. What are they?
It's Ryan and shucks, I can't remember his wife's name, but I know I've talked to Ryan on the phone. My wife is their rep for the West Coast.
Okay.
So they're mainly a female apparel company. They make really high-end swimsuits for women, but they just started making men's shorts and men's Aloha shirts. And they sent me some, and they're some of my favorite shorts. I wear them all the time. And then Will and Johnny were saying they like the shorts, so I texted my wife, and Ryan's like, "Yep, automatic, whatever you guys need." So
nice. Any sponsors that you guys hook up, make sure you get them to send us stickers, and then vector files, depending on how big they are, if we want to put it as part of the wrap as well. And then we got Strong Coffee that hopped on.
Oh, yeah.
They're sending us 70 days worth of coffee. First Form provided the protein. I know.
Element.
Yeah, Element provided the electrolytes.
which I needed last night at 4 a.m.
Didn't know we
and you
had.
didn't drink it?
I didn't
No,
know
I
we
did.
had-
Like,
We didn't know we had.
so yeah, I knew it was there.
You guys
but
hid
again,
the fruit. I hid the electrolytes.
But again, I was just cold and not wanting to drink water. And when we started our 4 a.m. shift, my inner thighs cramped. They completely locked up. Like just, I was sitting. I didn't even start rowing yet. I just sat in the chair.
I heard him every time he pushed back. He sounded like a virgin. He's like,
That's just because I could feel your breath on my neck. It was exciting. But yeah, after I drank the Element, I definitely was able to row more the next morning.
Well, the other thing the Element does for me, it makes drinking a lot of water easier.
It's yummier.
It just, is that what it is? Just
For me, it is.
You know what? This water tastes bland. Yuck, you know? But
I
like,
like
you,
it.
you
It's
put
got a
some
little taste,
grapefruit
it's
flavor,
delicious.
it'll kill a whole bottle like quickly.
Also with because I've already told you guys that I've struggled with like dehydration pretty much my whole life. I just won't drink water. I've gotten really good at it certain times in my life and stuff. But one thing that I did to like encourage drinking more water is actually just using a straw. It like apparently it makes it more interesting. Like I don't know, I would drink much more
Because you like
I like
sucking
things.
Yeah, you knew where that was going.
Yeah, I set myself up. Apologies.
sucking straws and eating crayons.
Fuck you.
And then this company, is that Model Infinity? Am I saying
would
that right?
say
Model
yeah.
or modal?
I'm gonna go with Moto. That's my guess, but I don't know.
Modal?
I'm gonna say modal.
But that company is freaking awesome.
MODL .infinity on Instagram. And they just texted me or sent me a message on Instagram before I got here. Said, hey, your second bag's en route. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
And so, but what they are is they're these little like plastic strap. I'm going to butcher this. It's not going to sound cool. Go look at them. They're cool as fuck, dude. They're these little plastic straps, and then they have a bunch of different metal fittings that like allow you to configure them however you want. And so for gear storage and gear placement, I was thinking, man, we could have like almost a grid of those things with all the different hooks and shit. It'll be good for securing the oars. Like, I'm excited to use this stuff. And it's cool because a lot of these companies, like this one in particular, has been like stalking me on Instagram. And I'm always liking their stuff and I'm always interested. And then their shit showed up and it's like, it was the glow in the dark one that got me.
Oh, those
Yeah,
things are
I
awesome.
loved it.
And they're like, what is it, 70 pounds of tensile strength on those? I mean, they can hold a lot of weight.
And it was cool too when I hit him up. He goes, well, we're a relatively new company. We're not in a place to throw a bunch of money at an expedition, but we are in a place to throw gear at an expedition. He goes, we have less money and more gear. I said, that sounds like exactly what we need.
Yeah.
I'm 100% getting some of those for my business.
Yeah.
I mean, just because for strapping gear and stuff down. I mean, you know me, I got OCD and like I like everything having a place and being strapped up and neat. And that I was just like, oh my gosh, where have these been all my life?
Was my net giving you a little anxiety last night?
A little bit.
Because it was a shit show in there.
Yeah,
It was giving me anxiety too. I had like a journal. The pen kept falling out and slipping through. And some of those like D-links or whatever the fuck you call them, were like falling out the bottom. And I was just like, oh no.
It wasn't as bad as my net though. That fell completely off the wall.
Maybe that's going to be part of the journey for us, though, is like having to set down that OCD. Because it's like, you know what? When two men live in something half this, not even half,
No.
like maybe 1/3 the size of this table, having everything dressed, like good luck, dude.
I'm going to do my best.
Getting in and out of the cabin by the end of the night, my shit was not seizing up, but tightening up. And I was like, oh, it's harder to get in here than it was 12 hours ago.
I would just do the turnaround and plop right onto the ass, straight back, plop,
You just
fall
sit-
back, and then we'll
Break
figure it
full.
out. Yeah.
I don't think we have room for that technique.
I would hit my head on the automatic rudder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
put that on
sucks
your
to suck.
list. Pool noodle.
Pool noodle.
There you go.
Yeah. But I was actually looking at it, and the arm gets real close to the edge.
Oh, the
Yeah. The
You can do a pool
till,
noodle
it's called the
and, like,
tiller.
Cut the half of
And
it.
we
Yeah,
don't want
Sweet.
anything stopping that rudder. We experienced that last night when the rope
I
was,
know. Caca.
tight.
It was during my break.
I was fucking knocked. Yeah, I was passed out.
so that's the one that woke him up, and then the second one was when we hit that whatever that thing. was.
giant freaking log
Yeah, and then he's like,
with a rock that was like, I mean, probably It was a huge boulder on that thing. It must have been stuck in the roots. I thought we hit land.
I know it's the craziest shit ever in my life because I was like, if you say we hit land, I don't feel like it's up for interpretation.
Well, the boat went up onto it, and it was like, and I was like, man, Will and I are killing it. We just rode 3.5 miles across the lake, and we're at the shallow end already. And I was like, wait a minute. And so I went and looked.
Ocean.
Ocean. What did I say? Lake.
Yeah.
I went and woke you up just to let you know that we like had an impact. And then I wanted to, and you started talking about the plotter and how it had the depth, and it was like 100 feet.
Yeah, I was like, dude, where we sit right now is 115 feet, and there's not a shallow area for miles in any direction. And the reason I was confused, I think, is because I'm kind of groggy and like, what the fuck's going on? But dude, I spent so much time in Puget Sound on a boat, and those GPS plotters they even show where kelp balls live. You know what I mean?
Wow.
They're so good at marking any type. There's a lot of places where it's like, it'll mark rocks that are even underneath the surface. So for a rock to be protruding out in the middle of the bay and it wasn't annotated, I was like, what in the fuck is going on here? And then you guys said, well, maybe it wasn't. And I was like, oh, this is where we're at.
Well, it was big enough that we got stuck on it, and then
When I saw the impact on the front,
Yeah.
you could see where it hit what looked like maybe wood or something because it was all orange.
And of course, it's pitch black. So I'm like, I don't want our boat to get swung into more rocks. And so we just pushed away, and we're like, we need to get backtrack to the area we just came from because at least we know there's no hazards there.
Yeah.
So
Is
we
it
didn't spend a lot of time looking at it, but it was. I mean, I literally took the oar and we pushed off the rock and we moved off of it. So that thing had enough mass that us pushing the whole boat against it, we were able to move away from it.
It did drag us to a stop.
It didn't move from us. We moved from it.
Yeah. So
I
it
think I did
weighs
wake
more
up
than
for
you.
it.
Yeah.
I did wake up for that. I
It was
believe.
pretty crazy. It's like two brothers like don't want to wake up dad, and he's like, should I go? I said, bro, go, because it should show like the contour lines, right? You know, like he's like, should I wake him up? I said, fuck, wake his ass up, bro. We need it's
Will's
emergency.
fault. I actually think, 2 hours on, 2 hours off, you never get like that. We're never going to get like a solid full cycle of sleep, but there was a lot of downtime and it felt good. Mm-hmm. And dude, me and Johnny, I don't know if this was like this for you guys. I'd be like, Johnny, how long you think I've been rowing? He's like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes. We got 5 minutes left on shift. That shit happened over
many
and
times.
over and over. And I would check my fucking watch and it's been hour 45 and I'm like,
I'm just waking
what
up
in
into
the fuck,
this.
dude? So that was encouraging. I was like, oh, this journey may feel half as long as I anticipated it feeling.
We did have. I did feel like we had a few of those. Our 4 a.m. journey where I was cramping up, I felt like we were rowing for 8 hours.
Anytime something's fucked up, though,
Yeah.
because then you got something to fixate on.
I kept trying to think about it in my mind, and like, this is good for me. I can get through this. I just kept like going through positive mindset stuff in my head as I'm going through. Like, I can make it through this again.
So the boat from where I was rowing, the position I was in, if I look right in front of me, I see there's only one sponsor sticker on the boat so far, and it's MKC, Montana Knife Company. And I just kept MKC. I was like, I wonder how many fucking times I'm going to say that in my head. Like, you better give me 16 knives, right?
I've already stared at the back of your head for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to look anywhere else. I got to sync to your body movements so that we row together.
I know that we're rowing nearest to the cabin that we're in. Is that necessary, though, or do you think we should switch it up?
I think we should switch it up. I
What
mean,
do
it'd be
you
good to go for maybe a period of time, but I like
got you.
variety. would
Sitting
be good.
position.
Yeah.
I got
no,
you.
not switch living quarters, but just switch where we're rowing from, because I do think they offer a little bit of just different input on the oars. You kept saying, like, I'm not feeling any of that wind. I was like, motherfucker. Dude.
Yeah, I was told we were very hidden. At least I felt super hidden the whole time. It wouldn't be until I came for the full catch extension where I feel it on my face. Yeah, my face a little. I'm like, yeesh, hide back in my little scuttle hole.
I'm definitely going to your guys' cabin to stretch.
Yeah.
I was actually just thinking about that today, where I was like, I think I might develop Because now that we have lived experience in there, I know I have 6 feet of stretching room. It's a little tight, but I have 6 feet and I have the width of my body. So it's like you can do downward dog, cat cows. You can do all these little like yoga type of movements in there to stay
It's gonna be hot yoga too.
limber-ish. Yeah, for sure.
One thing Joshua said today, I don't know if it's just to me or the whole team, but you're like, we should do like one time a day where we all just sit together at a shift change for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
I agree.
And
Make a
it's
meal
like,
together.
yeah, just
Yeah.
bond instead of it always being like fucking go, 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 go. It's like, no, let's all just, we're also here to hang out, you know?
We could do whatever the fuck we want, but the idea that just came to me is because we talked about every single sunrise that we're awake for on our shift, that we're going to stop what we're doing and stand up and stare into the sun.
Because
and
we did it today and it felt good.
Yeah, welcome it in, let it warm you, embrace it. Like we could do that together as the team, have a little breakfast, start the day. Boom.
Both sunrise and sunset.
And sunset, yeah.
Yeah. Not
That'd
till,
be cool.
honestly, Professor, not until you came out. I think you came out to do a check, and Josh had mentioned something, and you said, at no point in this tonight or any part of this journey are we in a hurry. I think that's when I calmed down.
Yeah.
Like that's when I like actually calmed down, because I was working and came at a perfect timing too, because I was trying to like I was reading him and he was in pain, like hurting. So I was just trying to match his stroke. And it's like a lot of half strokes,
Yeah,
which
it's
was harder
hard.
for me.
It's very
'Cause I'm
hard.
like trying to, and then we hit, it's like, okay, like calm your ass down. Then when he said that, I was like, Roger that. Like we ain't going anywhere.
We had this, you said the same thing to me because I had complained about my back a little. Of where I'm not going to stop rowing, but I'm like, my fucking back has just been tight. Like I think I slipped up on technique because it is easier in concept than the ski or than the row erg, because you have freedom of movement. But because you have freedom of movement, it's like I could feel myself torquing on my back more than my shoulders and my lats. And then over time, like even after the first shift, I was like, oh, my back's starting to get a little tight. And I mentioned it to Greg, I think on maybe like the 4th rotation or something, 3rd or 4th rotation. And he's like, bro, we just got to keep moving. You know, it's not
Forward
like
momentum.
Yeah, it's not we don't have to fucking grunt it out each time. It's like just keep it moving. and
Not
we're
to
good.
mention
And
if,
it's like
if somebody's 3 inches over the center line, the whole boat tips.
Yeah.
And then one side is just getting worked so much harder than the other side.
Yeah. One thing that we talked about that I think would be good for how we actually rotate is instead of like waiting for the next team to be ready, like they're getting dressed and they're getting this and they're getting that on, like shift change is every 2 hours on the hour, right? So we start at 8. When our watch hits 10, me and rowers are done. And then if it takes the incoming shift 3, 4, 5 minutes to like finish all their gear, so be it. But I think we're not going to know what state of mind we're in. And I think it's important for the rowers to know, to be able to follow a schedule. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also, and I don't know if you guys were doing this or not, but it's like, all right, I sat down, now I hit 2 hours on my watch, right? And if you start at 2:02 and then your watch goes off at 4:02, and then the next one's 4:06, and now and my shift starts at 3:49.
Yeah.
I say let's fucking 2 on, 2 off, and
try and be there as soon as you can.
if someone's a few minutes late, again, who fucking cares?
Yeah, like today I woke up ready for my shift, gonna take my piss, sit down, get after it. Surprise shit.
I didn't fully appreciate that. I didn't fully appreciate the emergency of your situation
It needed to happen.
until mine hit a few hours later, and I was like, I have to shit right now. And it was literally as we're rowing the last 400 yards into the marina. Crystal's out filming from the dock, and it's like,
Coast Guard's watching. And,
bro, and it was like, this is how dramatic it was. Sorry, Jenny, if you listen to this portion, but when you're compressing yourself, I was like, I have to shit so bad right now, and then I'm compressing myself. Am I gonna fucking burst? Like, it was fucking painful, dude.
I sat with that for 2 shifts before I was like, because I know I can push it pretty far when it comes to that stuff to some point. So
to holding shit in.
yeah. If I need to, it's time to work. It's time to work. And so that was my intention. Was like, all right, take a piss, sit down. As soon as I get back on the oars, I'm good for another 2 hours. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get on the oars. Remember, I went to take a piss. I'm like, I can't piss. I'm gonna shoot myself. Like, I guess it's time.
Rinse the bucket.
One of the coldest shits in my life, I would say. 6 a.m., middle of the ocean.
Dude, the one thing I'm surprised,
sound,
and I didn't wear my bibs last night because my legs never get cold. It's just like my feet and
Too much quad to get
I
cold.
just like whatever. Like I usually don't wear water like bibs unless I'm getting drenched. So I haven't put mine on and looked at this yet. But you guys had to take the bibs off to piss,
It was a
right?
pain in the
It
ass.
sucked.
That doesn't make any sense, dude. Because like most mountaineering stuff, it zips up from the top and the bottom for that very reason.
Mine, the gusset is like stretchy. So I just pulled the gusset.
Oh, you got some
Down.
play with yours.
Yeah.
The
Ours-
the
we have the
gusset.
same one,
What
I
the
think,
fuck's a
right?
gusset?
It's the
Little
thing
bit
in between the zippers so water doesn't come in. So
It's
when
like
I
a piece of
unzip it,
fabric
there's a
in
fabric
there.
inside.
So that's
Joshua-
what I was trying to do, but in order for me to reach that, I would have to hunch way over to get the gusset low enough to get my
Then
dick
you
out of
pull
it.
your dick into your face.
Well,
Yeah, you're pissing right here.
Joshua found a hole at the bottom of his zipper that's like the circumference of a dime, maybe.
Yeah,
and
your
I was
ring
like,
finger.
I was like, just push the head of your dick up against that tight.
Well, the gusset
Send it,
doesn't even
dude.
allow, so I still have to get it up over the gusset in there. So
Bro, I'll tell you what,
went
man.
through the rudder hole. At
Yeah, I
one point.
pissed through the rudder hole, the front rudder. And I was like, maybe I'll just shit through this too. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Like, that was one of the biggest takeaways. I don't know the last time that I've worked that many hours that consistently. I was pissing nonstop.
Me too.
And I piss nonstop when I'm in the mountains. And I always thought it was just something to do with the elevation. But maybe it's just like low, like a sustained output of cardio for 24 hours.
Metabolism's just
Yeah, I think
going,
everything's
yeah.
just running. And it was to the point where I was pissing like at least every hour. And half my piss went all over the boat.
Yeah.
All over the side of the boat. Like, did someone say something to Jenny, or did she literally see it when she was on the dock?
I think
I
she
think she's
smelled
seen
it
it.
and she's seen it. But on that side that she was on, I don't think that was piss because I saw that this morning. And that's why I asked you. I said, "Did you toss your shit out, or did you like put it out
Oh,
and
I
pour
fucking
it down?"
launched. I launched
Yeah,
it
'cause it
so
was on the
far that
side.
I was like, I might back throw it in this 5-gallon bucket, but
I think it blew back because it was like
I
brown.
don't think so.
That was not piss unless you piss fucking brown shit.
I'm sorry I shit all over the boat, boys. More things to come, I guess, right?
Yeah. Plus, where I was too, I couldn't do that because if I did that, it would land on you guys. That's why I went out and
Oh yeah,
poured
we
it
had like a
slowly into
nice
the water.
cross wind, and so I threw it into the wind, so it cleared pretty far.
I like the
but
idea of the front rudder hole.
Bro,
that's
it
a good
was,
idea.
I
Waffle
mean,
stomp it.
I kind of had to like
That's what I got the stick for.
do like a,
Plunger.
Shit stick.
I had to
Or
do
the
like
oar
a
would sit there.
sprawl, and then you can like piss through it. But the other thing is right there, it has like a channel and it catches the piss. But what I've landed on, like we talked about, I think piss cup on a lanyard is probably the way to do it. I mean, and also like how fucking much the boat moves as soon as it's off balance. Like you can't piss while people are rowing.
No.
Or you can't row while people are pissing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
better way to put it.
Also, what if you're like in the cabin? Like, are we gonna have like everybody has their own?
Camper
piss
piss.
bottle?
Yeah, and then you just bring it out and dump it, rinse it again.
I had that thought
I'm
last
not
night. As long as we get a
opposed to
big
that.
bottle top, just so we know that there's
Just
you
a-
can just put your dick in the hole, pretty much. You know.
You don't want to use like a Coke bottle and just try and line the stream up.
Hey,
Make sure
we
you
do
tighten
what
that
we
lid
gotta
down
do.
good.
Mission first.
I was actually thinking about that, Will, because I don't know if you remember, but I got out of my cabin like mid shift one time. I was like, "Fuck, I have to piss," and you kind of got excited. You go, "What time is it?" And I was like, "It's not time yet.
Dang it.
I'm just pissing." But I thought about that. I was like, I kind of wish I had a piss bottle in here.
Yeah, but even out there, especially too, right? When it's really rough and we cannot open the doors.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Well, and for our cabin, like I had to piss almost every time that it was bedtime because you
And
kind of
it's
get
right
trapped
on
for
my
2
back.
hours, but I'm directly behind Will's back. I can't even barely crack the door without hitting him. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I have to stop all movement of the boat to get out to take a piss, or We just go get something.
Another thing that was
Nalgene or some shit.
Another thing that was interesting is how different like the input in the water is based on. I mean, fuck, we rode 2 hours pretty hard, and I think we made it 300 meters north or something.
Generously.
Like fucking like Camano Island just didn't move for a whole shift. And then our last shift, I thought we slayed, dude.
too.
And then you guys got out and said, well, I thought you'd go a lot farther than this. I said, we're halfway through across Hat Island now.
Yeah, I thought we did very well. But
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
you
it was
guys.
pretty far. He said that. When I
okay.
got out, I was like, damn. But then I felt that when we were rowing, we said we are going to spin this thing around.
Yeah.
And then we went into the rough waters, which I thought that was
We got to
weird.
that pretty quick.
But then you said,
Oh, yeah. I was like, damn. You guys made it long distance. But I mean, I guess obviously if you're going with the current or against the current, it's going to be you're going to be able to go a lot faster, but not only the speed, like the way that the oars cut into the water. Because like me and Johnny were a shit show one shift because a lot of the waves were kind of coming at us from like a side angle where one oar would hit and one oar wouldn't. And it'd be like, and it kind of throw you off. And we're like, you know what? Instead of trying to dig deep with one and light with the other to like try and align with that, we're just
Skimming
going
tops.
shallow with both.
Yep, skimming the tops.
seemed
and
to
only
work
doing,
better.
Only doing, like, not doing the arm pull at the end either. Just stopping, like, halfway, because if you go past halfway, that's when our oars will start hitting.
Will,
At least it seemed to
I think I told these guys, like, I tried to wipe my fucking nose on my glove. Don't do that.
oh, you get punched by the oar?
Yeah, I tried to bring my nose down to my glove, and of course now you're out of alignment. And
Shit rocked the whole boat.
Well, no, it made the oar go down, and like the actual oar went in the water right before I hit my nose. It was like wham! Like, I wish Will had his GoPro for that.
And shit punch hard, too.
Yeah. I took a couple to the shin.
Yeah, I
And
got
mine
shinned
was
a
just
few
like
times.
the wakes from the boats.
Yeah.
And those are small, but I can feel it like when you bury that side and you're kind of going sideways, it pushes the oar back into you. And I was just thinking, like, dude, there's gonna be bigger waves that you can't like lift your oar high enough. Like the higher you hit, the lower it's gonna hit you.
A part of me still wonders, and again, we are open to do whatever we want on this, but if the split row system isn't still a little more efficient. Because when you get into those kind of waters, like, sometimes you would pull your oars and, like, get a drink of water when we're in that rocky shit.
And then we'd
I
run
would be
into each
able
other?
to... No, like, you would be pausing so I could just freely row how I wanted to. And when you're in those, it's like,
Oh, I
I'll
see what
just
you're
hold
saying.
my left one out and just go with my right a little, or whichever one's a line I get to implement. But if we're both trying to do that, we can't sync because I'm trying to follow all of your movements the whole time, really.
Because you're on top of each other.
I do
Yeah, because
think
we're just stacked a little tight for it.
the convenience of like life on the deck.
How we have it.
No, I think the best way was how we started.
With the front side
The
open.
water maker spot open and have that be the little free spot. But I agree with you. I think the best way to actually row is a front rower and a back rower because
Yeah.
then you're not fucking. We'll be in sync 99% of the time because being in sync's not that hard. But whenever you fall out of sync, it's not like wham, fucking hitting oars and.
Well, and one thing I realized, and I don't think any of us were, I think out of all of us, Joshua, not like pointing at anything, but you looked the most tired waking up on one of the shifts. One of the times I woke up like that, like groggy and tired, and realized if we started talking at all, I would slip up on my cadence for the
Yeah.
row, and we would almost hit right away.
Oh, so-
where I'm like, as soon as I
Bro,
let
you
my
just say,
concentration
shut the fuck up. Just let me focus, bro.
I want to fucking talk too, dude. I just got to figure it out.
Hey, Greg, you yap enough. It's 3 a.m. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Johnny, you're not adhering to our mutual respect agreement. And I'm very offended by that.
So respectful.
There is
What?
something about talking and rowing at 3 a.m. It's
nice.
like, well, no, I'm just saying it's challenging. There was a couple
Oh, yeah,
times
yeah.
trying to talk and be in sync. I'm like, yeah, I had to just get back to rowing and not talking.
I also realized that immediately after the row and for a little while after, I'm like yelling. Because the whole time we're talking, I have to
Yeah.
get my voice to you, and you have to be loud enough for me to hear behind you.
And dude, me and Johnny, we smoked a joint to start either our 2 a.m. shift or a 4 a.m. shift. I didn't feel it at all.
Me either, but my body felt kind of greasy. You know what I mean? Well oiled.
But I thought like
That was the shit working its
there's
way
just
out.
too much. There's just too much shit going on for your body to feel high at all.
yeah, I don't think
You
you
know?
get to be high. You just got to relax into it a little bit.
Yeah, and we saw about 426 seals.
I like them.
I like
I don't
them
know
too.
what anyone says. I don't know what the thought is about them, but for me, they did look exactly like a dog with his wet little head and its ears flopped.
My
and
kids call them water dogs. Dude.
I just kept laughing. I would randomly laugh behind you all the time. Every time one would pop up, because I was like, they're just little creepers of the ocean.
Well,
they're
the
just
thing
little
is, like,
creepers. They just pop up, they look around, they stare at you, and then disappear and
that's
do
what I
it
was
again
gonna say,
over and
'cause,
over
like,
and over.
I've seen millions
Weird.
of different fucking marine life throughout my life, but the seals, I think 100% of them are like 99. Actually, no, I did see one pop up and I got like a profile. And I actually thought like, oh, its snout does look like a dog from sideways, right? The other 99%, they're locked on. Eyes looking right into your eyes.
Yeah.
Like, who are you and what's up?
Yeah, what are you doing in my water?
And then they'll look at each other. You see that?
Yeah, they do. They look around and then dip out.
Look at these assholes out here rowing.
Yeah.
What else? Seen a bunch of bald eagles
And a bunch
Love
of
that.
porpoise.
Yeah.
A bunch of porpoise.
I
and
mean-
I did for sure see humpback. Not a huge one. It wasn't huge, but I did for sure see a humpback.
Why are you
And
trying to convince me?
Possibly
I believe
an
you.
orca, but it was far. I just
Oh,
know
you saw 2 different whale sightings, you think?
we had one directly off of our
Starboard. If
Stern.
you're pointing that way.
straight forward, our bow.
Okay, yeah, that's the bow.
It's so
Straight
confusing
forward off
because
the
you're
bow.
facing backwards.
Yeah,
That's I'm still working
Bro,
on that. It's confusing.
It confused me a couple times today, or whenever we were out there. I'm like,
But I seen one directly off of our bow blow air, and I was like, no fucking way. I was on the phone with Amelia while it happened. So
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
Yeah, I'm like, no fucking way. And then it happened again a couple minutes later, and that was the only time I seen the back come up, and it looked black. Where I was like, what the fuck is that?
well,
and I
did it have
asked,
a
like, what is
dorsal?
this black-
Did it have a giant dorsal fin or a tiny little dorsal fin?
It was not giant, I know that.
Probably wasn't an orca
Humpback then,
Yeah.
because the orcas are like 6 feet.
Okay, so then another one. So that one is probably the same one that we seen later on, but it came much closer, probably 200 yards roughly.
And bro,
Rad.
according to Jim Inez, a lot of sea monsters await. That's gonna be part of the journey.
I know that we're gonna see mermaids. I already told you guys that, so that'll be cool.
Dude, I heard those freaking things that hold the oars. It was like squeaking. And I was like, dude, that sounded like a bird for 1 minute. Then the more tired I got, it sounded like a freaking chick.
Someone's calling you to the ocean.
I actually, I don't think that it needs oil. I think it's probably salt starting to crystallize.
Every time you dump water is good.
It's good for the whole shift. Just a quick rinse of fresh water.
Yeah.
Alkaline water.
Dude, I heard fucking Will's. I also thought it was a seagull at first. It's like it sounded exactly like a seagull, and I was like, "Why is there a seagull out right now? What is going on?" Nope, just Will not willing to rinse his oarlock and stop the squeaking.
Mission first.
And then in my cab, while I'm trying to sleep, you just get to hear that.
Well, I don't want to hear it because you guys don't have to hear it.
It sounds like a 3D printer or like an AutoCAD machine. Yeah.
And for people that are wondering what the fuck means, it's the auto rudder,
Which
And
is sick.
dude. That thing's so cool. That
Sick.
for me, that was probably the best takeaway of the trip.
A big comfort for sure.
Learning how to use that thing, and again though, like going into the wind, the rudder had to work hard because the nose is constantly getting pushed off course, and it's like zzz, 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 and it's almost like a zigzag. But me and Johnny rode for I think damn near 2 hours and stayed on the exact degree.
Yeah.
the whole time.
Didn't
a
move.
whole shift was like fucking straight line. And so right conditions, that thing's fucking legit.
Yeah.
Did we keep
It's
it
when
in
the wind died.
performance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it stay in performance after you made the switch to it?
Yeah, I don't think we ever. I don't
Put
have
it
a
back to
reason to
leisure
believe
or whatever?
Yeah.
And
Did
so
it- did
that
it
still
ever
didn't
say-
really draw any power then.
Did it ever say what was it? Magnetic detection? Did that ever go away, or did that
Didn't
stay on the
notice.
bottom? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
No, that power system too, bro. Like we used everything we would need to use other than the water maker, and that is supposedly one of the biggest power draws. But all night using like charging our phone, auto rudder, and the auto rudder was working its ass off too. And the power only went down to 80, and then sun came up at 7, and by 7:30 it was back to 100%.
And that was just one battery.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that, dude.
That's awesome.
So I'm very confident in the gear, the boat. Like that was a good test run.
And we didn't flip it, but we tipped the hell out of it out there last night a couple of times, and that for me was like probably as comfortable as us trying to flip the thing. It's damn near the same. Like we got it to where I don't remember all the names. Gunnel, where the gunnel was like we had it in the water. Yeah, where I'm like, oh, we're fucking totally tipped.
Bro,
right now,
I was actually thinking about that because if someone or all of us were to have went in last night, that would have been a dangerous scenario very quickly.
Yeah.
Like strip them down fucking naked, towel them off, get them in the green sleeping bag, but that was probably the biggest fucking potential danger that existed.
One thing,
and bro, I shouldn't say I almost went in, but there was a couple times where like, whoa, fuck, okay, this is why I'm shackled in.
Yeah. Fuck, what was I just gonna say?
I felt like I almost went in at the picnic table later today when we got back. Just standing there. I mean, I've experienced that surfing before, but I mean, not like that.
I think what it's going to feel like after 2 months, fucking just sea legs. We probably won't even be able to walk when we get to Maui. Have the wives meet us with wheelchairs.
Butt scoot.
We don't bus scoot. We have dignity.
What's that one guy's name that rode on the team with Jack? The other,
Adam Radcliffe?
Him. He did a podcast, I think it was 5 or 6 days after their return from their mission. And he had said on there, and I can't quote it directly, but I believe it was within a day of that recording. So 5 or 6 days after. And he said he just got his walking back to where he's comfortable again. So possibly up to 4 or 5 days. And that was their, 43 days?
55.
55 day trip? Okay.
So, I anticipate our journey being the West Coast version of that. All right.
That's cool.
Let's go eat.
Sweet.
I remember where we got Mission First from. I told you it was because I didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
Until I got in the shower when I got home.
Oh, yeah.
And I started feeling the burn. That's when I remember we started rowing our first shift, and my thing shifted, and it was pinching.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, cut himself up.
And I rode the whole shift like that, and he goes, "Why the fuck didn't you move it?" I said, "Mission First, buddy."
He said immediately he started rowing, and he started getting jabbed in the side and scratching. And he said, I did it for an hour until I decided to move it out of the way and showed me it was all not real bloody, but a little bloody and cut up. And I'm like, you could have just moved it right away. Mission first.
You can mission first all you want. I'm going to comfort first.
That's what I said.
And then that is actually mission first.
We don't have to hate this right now. We can do it.
Well, I mean,
adversity.
Hell yeah.
There's enough adversity out there. You don't end up getting staff in that thing 2 weeks in because it's rubbed open.
Med bag. Sheely says he has it for us. He's putting it together.
Nice.
You were, I don't know if you can work called a medic or whatever by your title.
EMT was the highest level of my training.
You think we should probably bring, is there anything on your mind that's not, obviously stop the bleed, tourniquets, regular combat lifesaver stuff?
Yeah.
But we should probably have some meds.
Diarrhea medication for sure.
Maybe a round of antibiotics in case someone fucking gets a dirty fish hook in them or something. And then a suture kit. Who's going to play doctor if we need to?
I've never done stitches, but we could figure it out.
Okay.
I know.
Not comfortable, but I could try.
Yeah. I was jokingly saying these Montana Knife Company knives are so fucking sharp.
Yeah.
But if you fuck up and cut your hand and you're off the oars for a week, it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be off the oars for a week and whoopsies.
That's
trying to cut this apple
too.
up.
That's another thing too that has to be in the SOP, man. If you're putting your knife away, make sure it's in its fucking.
Yeah.
You don't want that bitch rolling around the cabin and.
I also think, I mean, I looked at those cut proof gloves on Amazon, and there's some of the companies that have like really good reviews. Because, bro, people cut themselves all the time in optimal conditions. Now be exhausted and on a fucking moving platform. It's kind of a recipe.
Sleep deprived. as
Sleep
hell.
deprived.
Yeah.
It's kind of a recipe to fucking cut yourself. So maybe that is an SOP. It's like, hey, if you have to cut like maybe a piece of 550 cord or something, but if you're filleting a fish or something that has like the potential to fuck yourself up, just throw those on.
Did I don't think any of them have lanyard holes for them. Do you guys know how to tie something so that we can secure those? Put like little wrist wraps on each of the knives or whatever, like while you're filleting, in case you drop it. We don't
we can
fucking
do
lose our
something like
knife, you know? That'd probably be good too.
Right there, write a formal complaint. Say, I know you gave us 16 knives, but I didn't find a lanyard loop.
Yeah, that's cool, but none of them were fully acceptable.
Send us 16 more and we'll let you know.
That's right. Man.
Coolest shit in the world.
I found that thing that we saw on Saturday. It's look back to look forward.
Which is exactly that's like verbatim what you
Yeah.
said. You should fucking sue him for copyright infringement, dude.
It says our mural, look back to look forward, is about reflecting on our respective connections to the past, which we serve as a guide for where we go in the future. Where we are now at this moment in time is a culmination of all the hard work and sacrifice of our ancestors that came before us. Each one of us is the living embodiment of all their hopes and dreams. To acknowledge and honor these sacrifices is to find our direction to move forward and into the future.
That's awesome.
That was written for this, I feel like.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's the
That's
motto right there.
perfect,
Yeah,
man.
that's the
And
mission.
that was on the side of the Evo snowboard
Yep,
shop
Evo
downtown
Snow-
Seattle.
yep. And on the bottom of it says the worst crew.
Well, we're the worst crew, we're the best crew, and we're everything in between.
That's
Maybe
right.
I'll send you a picture of this, and then you can put our pictures for the podcast episode.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. Fuck yeah, let's do that.
They're the worst.
Biggest takeaway of this trip. What do we got?
I'll have to ruminate on that for a second because there was, like I said, there was tons of little takeaways. I think most of the stuff was fairly expected, but just like learning the actual SOPs around it and getting a rep on it. But I'll have to think on that for a second.
I think
One
for,
thing
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say one thing that you said that I really liked was, fuck man, I've thought of it like 3 times and I keep losing it. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's a weed. That's a weed pen.
We'll get there.
I was thinking that Jack had mentioned looking in the mirror and saying this is the hardest thing that you're ever going to experience, but you can do it. And I guess I didn't really buy into that philosophy. I'm like, it's rowing, it's going to be challenging. We're going to see some stuff, but we'll get through it. And then I think there are going to be moments that are going to shock me how challenging it is. I mean, just even last night when I was cramping up, I was like, this absolutely sucks right now. But one of the things that you said that just, I don't know, just kind of really lit a fire in me. It's like just suffering alongside your brothers
It's fun.
is fun.
Bro, me and Johnny had a lot of laughs last night, freezing our fucking dicks off. And as the saying goes, misery loves company. And if you were out in that boat by yourself, it'd be so much easier for the thoughts to go dark.
Different story.
But when your homie's alongside of you for the journey, it's like, we can do anything. And I'll never, ever look like a pussy in front of him. No, that was, that's something that it's like, obviously there's going to be a tremendous amount of suffering and we have to try and obviously we'll sit with suffering and it's going to be what it is, but I also do want to try and enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because why not? But dude, thinking about doing what we did yesterday, 60 days in a row again, it's like Jack said, this would be the hardest thing you ever did.
Yeah.
And again, it's not just the work, it's the sleep. Like there's never been a time in my life that I haven't got the most sleep I've ever gotten in one sitting is 2 hours.
That's if you pass out immediately and you can get ready in 1 minute.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Even Ranger School, it's like you're completely sleep deprived, but it's still a training environment. There's still like left and right lateral limits.
it's
You have
still
cadre
controlled
following
chaos.
you. And if anything goes too south, they got you. You know, if anything goes too far south here, we got ourselves. And so, and I've seen people like trying to call their wives on pine cones and shit like that when like they go nuts with no sleep. It's something we have to be aware of. Hey, that's a fish. Why are you trying to call your wife on it? Fuck you. She loves me.
You know what I'm excited about though too, because you know you're fairly new to the ocean. But I was talking to Greg about it. He said that there's bioluminescence out
Yeah,
here
you
too.
mentioned that.
And I know we're gonna have a starry night where you can just see every star in the sky in the Milky Way. And then because I've been in the ocean like that before, and then as you're rowing, it all lights up in the water.
Yep.
Like
I've
I
never
hope-
seen
it's
that.
like a glow stick.
And again,
that's
it's
wild.
I mean, it's a bioluminescent plankton, right? So they react to stimuli by releasing light. But there's also, it's somehow related to the moon cycle too, how the light reflects. So I hope we hit it right. I hope we get northern lights too. Washington, dude, I've lived here for 45 years. That's probably not true. Probably 35 when I put it all together. But I've never seen northern lights in my life. And then, like, was it 2 years ago?
they were down in the south. People were seeing them.
Yeah.
I remember.
Bro, it was like we were a bunch of guys after practice. We're standing out in that field, and the whole sky was like flashing purple and shit. And I'm like, what in the fuck is this? But again, with zero light pollution, if we could see that out in the fucking water, maybe that'll be the mushroom night. All right, break them out.
You for sure thought the fucking government was doing some weird, wild shit in the sky, didn't
Some
you?
people said that.
That was my thought too.
Some people said that shit. It's like, what is really going on, dude?
Will,
The
biggest takeaway.
government's always doing weird shit in the sky.
Never gonna stop.
My biggest takeaway, no man. I think the rest part. I think also because it was like I opted not to cook my food, so that was the biggest thing I was thinking about. It's like I want to be able to manage sleep and then also like a refeed. Like there's gonna be a sleep part that's gonna be less because I have to eat.
Yeah.
I cannot just keep because it's so easy to
Mission
just go
first.
back to sleep. Yeah, it's like fucking go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, bro, like me and Johnny, I think, talked about this. The way in which we drank water and ate food yesterday, if we did that for 60 days, we would all die.
For sure.
That would be mission failure.
For sure.
We all said we feel a little dehydrated. You guys never even ate a meal. You just snacked.
That's brown people shit. You wouldn't get it. Different kind of work ethic.
Me and
right?
Joshua only ate one meal, right? And it's even that, and it's like, I honestly think we're gonna, and it'll happen by default just by getting the reps in and figuring out how we feel good. But almost have it be like a system where it's like I get off the oars, I drink 20 ounces of water, and I eat this much food or whatever, and that has to happen. Because, dude, if you only consume food or water when you want to or when it's convenient to, same thing in mountaineering. Sheely is a Nazi. Greg, get the fucking drink this, like eat this, like, and like literally like putting food in your face. Because once you fall behind,
You're not recovering.
especially hydration, once you fall behind, catching up is a hard process. So I think we just need to, I don't know. I mean, like we said from the beginning, no one's in charge of each other. We're all grown-ups. Figure your shit out. But when I saw Johnny drink twice in 24 hours, I was like, is he okay?
Just we're working on it.
Is that the Blackfoot in you?
Yeah. It's all sorts of shit.
White man wants water.
Fuck, man. I wish I could remember what you said because I like it.
It's fucking, yeah, come on, dude. I'm always saying cool shit and you don't remember it to share.
A lot of gold on that boat over that night.
The only thing I hear him say is "Ayo," and I know like the boat is tipping.
Yeah.
Ayo. But hey, to your point on what you guys talked about, like 2 hours, like as soon as 2 hours hit, like
Row.
just stop. That's good because while the guys are getting ready, like whoever's getting off the oars can get out, get
That
all your
gets you time to
shit,
stand up and do
make
all
your
that.
meal, whatever, or situate yourself.
And bro, it's like, all right, let's say 10 o'clock, I get up and it takes you guys till 10:03 to get on the oars. And then you times that by fucking 1,000 over the course of 60 days and it adds 41 hours to the trip. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that it's not a race is actually
Blessing.
I honestly think if you want to do a race in one of these, you should probably go do one that's not a race first. Learn the ins and outs, learn the procedures, learn what works for you, what doesn't, and like build some type of team SOPs around all the things. All right, now we're going to go out and we're going to hammer. But to have the first time you go out on a big crossing, have the goal of trying to get it done as quickly as possible, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, not really feasible.
No.
What you said is that
Don't forget it again.
don't cut me off. Is that there might be, and we don't know until we really get out there, but from my opinion, it seems as if it's truth that there might be a level of anxiety that actually falls away when we push off on the real trip. Because yesterday we go out and it's like, fuck, I forgot this headlamp. Fuck, we forgot the extra set of oars would have been good. We forgot this, and it's like,
spoons.
well, yeah, we forgot forks. So you guys are drinking soup lasagna and soup pad thai.
Forgot
and shit.
fucking forks.
Yeah, shit like that, to where it's like, hey, once we push off, we're pushed off.
Yeah,
Like, you got to figure it out.
Hey, you want a fork? Find a piece of driftwood and carve one.
Yeah, you got to figure
Like,
it out.
period.
And so that does take off a level of anxiety of like, fuck, I forgot my beanie. It's like, well,
No beanies.
hope you don't need it. I don't know what to tell you, man. That just is what it is.
I'm glad we don't forget the baby wipes.
Me too. Good call. Yeah, yeah, definitely a good call.
Yeah, Ronick needs to put a saltwater bidet. Because I don't want to put our drinking hose up to my ass, you know?
I don't want you to put the drinking hose up to your ass either.
But, bro, once you have a bidet in your toilet, you will never live life without a bidet ever again.
You've been preaching this since I talked to you
Yeah.
in Costa Rica when
Dude,
you were
just-
worried
just-
about shitting in the woods somehow.
Bro, just think about it. And I had it was either in Iraq or Afghanistan, but one of the locals told me, because you know how they're always like, I don't know if you guys ever heard this, like Middle Eastern people wipe their ass with their hands. Well, that's not really accurate. They use water and they like splash it up with their hand to wash their ass, right? And it's like, he goes, so if you squished a piece of shit into your hand, would you feel more comfortable wiping it off with a paper towel or running it under the faucet? And I was like,
Got it.
point taken,
Got it.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit on my hand. All right, we're good. Let's start the day. Fuck,
Yeah. Rubber in.
instant anxiety, right? Ugh,
Your fingernails.
yeah. And it's like, okay, I've been an ass washer ever since.
Good point. We got anything else?
I cannot look to the right.
Your
When
neck?
we're rowing,
Why?
What?
I fucking get thrown out of sync. I gotta look at the back of Josh's head, or I look at his left side.
Bro, you're
Then
not.
I look
You're
to the
not
right, it's
gonna,
like donk. I was like, fuck.
well, all right. Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm gonna throw this out there now. I heard a lot more bunks on team whatever than this team. I was like,
We had
dude,
it figured out.
They're fucking, they're fucking sword fighting out there, dude. I was like, I hope those carbon fiber oars can take Will's fucking wham.
I thought about that because I hit yours hard as fuck once. I was like, I wonder, they got to be pretty damn durable, I would assume. But I don't know. I had the same thought though. I'm like, I wonder how hard it would be to crack one of
Yeah,
these, really.
I do feel completely comfortable with having 2 sets and then 2 spare sets, though.
Me too.
There was a part of me that wanted to get one more for a while, and I'm like, you're just being a fucking nut. Like, oh, we snapped 4 oars. We snapped 4 oars, you know? Yeah. Again, like, it's driftwood time. Sealskin beanies, fucking forks carved out of seaweed. Like, we'll make it work. Where do we want to eat? Do we want middle of the road food, or do we want to eat like kings tonight?
Last night before fucking next time we see each other, it's big mission prep, which means Korea House.
I could actually do Korea House.
They're
I could
closed on
also-
Sundays, all right?
Today's Monday.
Oh, man.
I could also do pho. I thought that earlier after the first one was
pretty damn
nice.
good. Yeah.
All
I
right.
would do a big ass bowl this time though.
The Supreme.
Yeah.
But you gotta finish it though. Everything you say it's big, and then you eat like a quarter of it.
You guys will come to find out that I'm all talk. In due time, you guys will see.
That
All
was the
talk-
perfect sized burrito for you this morning.
It was.
Be like, dude, what
Went
the?
down
Why did we bring
I
that
needed
Johnny
like 3
Martinez
of those.
guy with us, dude?
Yeah, I'm glad
As
we
soon
threw
as-
him overboard.
Shark food. Johnny Shark Food Martinez.
That's it.
Hey, you left with 4 and you came in with 3. What happened? I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
the ocean ate a man. My bad. He went overboard trying to shit.
All right, let's go eat.